Archangel Michael says, "Your heart is heavy with guilty conscience, but that's only because you carried a burden that was never fully yours. The shadows of false responsibility have followed you for far too long, planted by voices that never understood the full truth. A storm was created around your name, not by your own hands, but by those who feared the light inside you would reveal their darkness. You've cried behind doors that no one knocked on. You've questioned your worth in silence while everyone else kept dancing in noisy ignorance. But heaven did not forget those silent nights and the way your soul broke quietly, all while still trying to hold others up. There are things you did because you thought it was your duty. You made choices you regret now, but many of them were rooted in fear, not malice. You were manipulated into thinking you were the villain of a story when you were always the one bleeding behind the curtain." Archangel Michael says, "A spiritual mirror is being placed before your soul today. It's time to look again, not with the eyes of shame, but with the eyes of clarity. You were hurt, misled, and abandoned by those who should have stood by you." Type Amen to get blessing 333. The guilt that chokes you at night is not pure, it's a mixture of sadness, misunderstanding, and old betrayal. Someone close made you carry their pain so they wouldn't have to feel their own shame. That person twisted the truth, and heaven took notice. Your innocence is being reviewed in heaven's chamber. All records, all unspoken words, all hidden actions are being brought forth. A divine decision is forming, and your heart will be released from what once gripped it like chains. They said it was your fault. They pointed at you in their silence, and you believed it. But now the unseen witnesses are stepping forward, and the truth is coming to break the lie wide open. Type Amen to get blessing 717. You are about to experience a strange sense of lightness in your chest. Not because everything around you changed, but because heaven is tearing up the invisible documents that accused you falsely. Your soul will breathe for the first time in years. Someone who once judged you harshly is now facing judgment. They thought they were safe behind their words, but Archangel Michael is peeling back every layer. Even they will not recognize their own lies anymore. Archangel Michael says, "A confession is coming, and it will shatter the entire illusion." Someone who was too proud to admit what they did is finally losing control of their mask. Their trembling hands will drop the truth in front of others. Your redemption won't come with loud applause. It will arrive in a strange, soft silence, the kind that makes people stare at you differently, because they'll feel the energy shift. The lie that covered you is lifting like morning mist. Type Amen to get blessing 114. You have been wrongfully labeled for too long. But no more. The truth was delayed, not denied. An old friend is having second thoughts about how they treated you. This person once backed away from you because they believed something that wasn't real. Now their soul is being haunted by dreams and flashes of memory that don't let them rest. They will reach out. Not with full courage yet, but with subtle messages. You'll know they regret it, but you won't need their validation anymore. Heaven is preparing a divine moment where your name will be spoken in honor again. Someone will say your name in a way that sounds like an apology woven into admiration. A door is opening, and with it comes light you didn't know still existed. Type Amen to get blessing 445. A certain place you once feared returning to is now calling you. You will return not as the same person, but as the healed version of yourself. The energy of that place will feel different because heaven went before you and cleansed it. Archangel Michael says, every tear you cried in that space has been counted. Your name was written beside it, and now, blessings are being written beside your name. That space will become a source of strength for you. A secret that was locked away is going to find its voice. It may come through someone unexpected, like a child or stranger who unknowingly delivers heaven's message. What they say will confirm something your soul has felt but your mind couldn't prove. You will start feeling a warmth in your chest, like forgiveness is no longer a choice you're struggling to make, but something gently washing over you. It is not because you're weak, but because heaven wants you free. Type Amen to get blessing 626. You are not who your past says you are. You are who God sees you becoming. A new identity is unfolding, not created by others, but crafted by divine hands. The guilt was real in feeling, but false in origin. That is what heaven is showing now. You were painted as a mistake in someone else's story so they could keep their own hands clean. But the universe is correcting the painting. Brushstroke by brushstroke, the real masterpiece is emerging. You are the light that outlasted the shadow. Someone is writing a message about you right now. It may start as a social media post or a private email, but its purpose is divine. The world will hear the other side soon. Type Amen to get blessing 828. Heaven is rewriting your script. The next chapter begins not with shame, but with stunning revelation. The same mouths that once whispered against you will now stutter in your presence. Do not seek revenge, it is already handled. Do not try to convince them, you are already being validated. Your job is only to walk forward now, without the cloak of guilt that never belonged to you. Archangel Michael says, even the stars above you will begin to realign. You will dream dreams of justice. You will wake with clarity like never before. There's someone who thought they erased you from their life with ease. But heaven did not allow their chapter to close without accountability. What they spoke behind your back is coming around with sharp precision. Type Amen to get blessing 909. You are entering a time of divine compensation. That doesn't just mean money or applause, it means inner peace, regained dignity, and the kind of strength that can't be stolen. They tried to shame you, but heaven crowned you. You will feel the sudden desire to walk away from certain people or places. That's not avoidance, it's alignment. Heaven is guiding your feet gently away from polluted energy. Your soul was once heavy, but your steps are about to become light. Every corner where guilt once sat is being cleared out by angels. The wind of freedom is about to hit you. A long-forgotten truth is being uncovered in an old message or voice note. You'll stumble across it by accident, but know this, that was heaven's timing. You needed to hear it now, not before. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. You are not a victim of your mistakes. You are a vessel of transformation. What you thought broke you actually birthed a new strength inside you. Someone who doubted you will soon speak up in your defense without even realizing why. That is the Spirit working through them. You don't need to orchestrate anything, just stay grounded. Archangel Michael says, your healing will trigger others. Those who are still hiding from their guilt will feel exposed by your light. But that's not your responsibility anymore. A page has turned. Your energy has changed. And the people meant for your next season will feel pulled toward you like the tide returning to the shore. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The pain you've endured is being collected like sacred rainfall. And heaven is watering something new with every drop. You will see it blossom, slowly at first, then suddenly. Stay ready for a message that will leave you speechless. It's not a grand speech, it might be a single sentence. But that sentence will flip the entire narrative. Heaven is also healing your memory. You won't forget everything, but the way you remember it will change. It will no longer hurt the same. The guilt is being replaced with power. The tears are becoming wisdom. And your name is being carried in the wind to someone who is destined to help you rise. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Let go of the idea that you must suffer to prove your worth. That's the old story. The new story is one where your presence speaks enough. A new friendship is on the horizon. This person will see you with eyes unclouded by rumor or history. They are divinely sent to remind you what trust feels like. Every time you doubted your value, heaven was storing those moments like seeds. Now comes the rain of truth. Now comes the bloom. Your healing will not make sense to everyone, and that's okay. Some people are addicted to seeing you in pain. But heaven is removing their access to your life. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. You've earned the right to rest. Not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Rest in the knowledge that you are being seen correctly now. Archangel Michael says, the record is being set straight. Let them talk, let them guess. But heaven is delivering the real version of you to the world. That version is whole. That version is radiant. That version is guilt-free. This is your season of inner revolution. You no longer owe explanations for your healing. You just have to walk into the freedom that has always been waiting. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. You're stepping into a time when every lie will be exposed not by your hands, but by divine orchestration. Every whispered word spoken in secret will echo in public spaces. Those who smiled at your face but condemned you in silence are about to experience the unraveling of their own deceptions. You were once too kind to fight back. Too forgiving to defend yourself the way others did. But heaven took note of your restraint, and now your silence is becoming your loudest justice. The angels are moving. What they are doing behind the scenes is not to be understood, only felt. You'll notice small changes, people treating you differently, unexpected opportunities appearing, doors that once slammed now slowly creaking open. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. Your story is not just about survival, it is becoming a testament of supernatural truth. They thought your silence meant defeat, but it meant that God was preparing a louder redemption. Your reputation, once thrown into the dirt, is being lifted by divine light. An older woman who once judged you harshly is going to speak your name with regret. She may not say it to your face, but her spirit is convicted. She will begin advising others to respect you because something in her soul has shifted. Your name is being used as a lesson now, but not in shame. In reverence. They'll say, "Look at how they rose again, even if they never apologized." A divine reversal is taking place. Where once you were overlooked, now you will be chosen. Where once you were blamed, now you will be cleared and celebrated. Type Amen to get blessing 6006. There is someone you once tried to protect, someone you shielded from harsh truths because of your loyalty. That person betrayed your kindness, and it hurt deeply. But their betrayal has reached its limit, and now the consequences are circling back. You will not have to confront them directly. Their own choices are confronting them in ways even they cannot avoid. Their sleep is breaking, their peace is crumbling, and their conscience is trembling. Archangel Michael says, the spiritual scales are balancing. What was stolen from your spirit is returning tenfold. You will notice it not just in blessings, but in how your heart finally feels peace without explanation. You've been walking with heavy feet, dragging memories that no longer match your vibration. That is ending now. Your steps will feel lighter because the past is losing its grip. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. A letter is coming, written or digital, containing words that finally honor your truth. Someone has found the courage to say what they should have said years ago. The words will shake you, but they will heal you too. You'll feel conflicted at first, how to receive this message after everything that was done. But heaven says this is not for them. It is for you, to remind your heart that it deserves closure. The next time you see your reflection, you will feel different. Not just because your face has changed, but because your spirit is no longer tied to invisible chains. You're walking taller, breathing deeper, and radiating truth. A child in your life may say something profound to you soon. It won't be rehearsed, it will come straight from heaven, through their innocence. Take it seriously, for it will echo something heaven has tried to tell you all along. Type Amen to get blessing 8181. The person who made you feel small now sees you as powerful. They may never admit it, but their actions will betray their fear. They feel the shift, even if they pretend not to. A blessing is attached to your name and it cannot be redirected. Even if others try to block it, stall it, or claim it, it was crafted for your soul alone. And now it's being delivered, with unstoppable force. You are walking into a month of return. Not just of blessings, but of strength, joy, laughter, and divine recognition. What was once lost is coming back dressed in light. You will sense angelic protection around your home, especially in the evenings. A calm will settle where once anxiety lived. That is your sign that heaven has drawn a spiritual boundary, nothing can cross it now. Type Amen to get blessing 9494. An old picture or memory will suddenly appear in your life. When it does, know that it's more than nostalgia, it's a divine reminder. It's heaven showing you how far you've come, and how much more is ahead. Someone is having dreams about you. They wake up with confusion and fear because their soul knows what they've done. But now they must face what they avoided. Archangel Michael says, your power was never in being loud. It was in being real. And now that authenticity is breaking barriers no lie can withstand. You will meet someone new very soon who won't know your past. They will treat you purely based on your presence, your energy, and your spirit. That is the beginning of a healing bond. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. The places that once made you cry will become places you conquer. The voices that once shamed you will become silent. And your name, once dragged through mud, will be spoken with honor and awe. You are not imagining the shifts. You're not being too sensitive. You are spiritually gifted, and your awareness is sharpening. You once prayed from a place of brokenness. But now you are about to see answers from a place of strength. This is not the same you. This is your ascended self. They may still talk. They may still try to provoke. But their words have no echo in heaven's chambers anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. The spiritual fire that once refined you is now illuminating you. You are a light bearer, and those who once overlooked you will need you soon. They won't know how to approach, but they will feel pulled. Do not be afraid to rise. You are not abandoning humility, you are embracing truth. You are not arrogant, you are finally aligned. A financial blessing is being released in connection to a past injustice. This is not a random payout, it's heaven's compensation for what was withheld. Use it with wisdom. Someone from your past who once denied your worth will witness your elevation. They won't speak, but they'll watch. Their silence will be louder than applause. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. There is a house you will walk into soon that holds the next key. It may be an office, a home, or even a gathering space. But it holds the vibration of your next level. You'll feel a strange comfort there. Keep your spirit open. The divine is about to use ordinary moments to deliver extraordinary messages. Your job is not to chase them, just to be ready. Archangel Michael says, "You were never guilty of the things your enemies claimed. Your only crime was being too pure in a world addicted to distortion. But now, heaven is restoring what your silence protected. There will be a final confrontation, not chaotic, but cleansing. You will have nothing to prove. Your truth will speak without needing a single word." Type Amen to get blessing 5555. The heaviness that sat in your stomach for years will suddenly vanish. You won't even notice it at first. But one morning, you'll wake up and realize, there's nothing left to fear. A white feather may appear near you or on your path. That is not coincidence. That is a divine signal that the release is complete. Those who left when you needed them most are now facing their own deserts. Their paths feel dry, not because of you, but because they refused truth. Heaven doesn't punish, it reveals. You are no longer the wounded soul hoping to be understood. You are now the radiant soul that others long to understand. Your healing is your spotlight. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. And now, breathe. The past has loosened its grip. The guilt has no home left in you. The lies can no longer echo in your healed spirit. Your angels are rejoicing. Your ancestors are proud. Your spirit is whole. Go forward. Walk in truth. And when others see you and ask how you survived, just smile. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. The heavens are not finished with your vindication. What's being unsealed in the spirit now is deeper than just clearing your name, it's about restoring your identity. You were never the mistake, you were always the mission. Your existence disturbed those who benefited from lies. They had to control the narrative to keep you quiet. But now, the narrative is collapsing because truth cannot be contained forever. You are becoming the proof that healing is real. People will see the transformation and realize it's not cosmetic, it's cosmic. The shift in your energy is not because of trends, it's because of divine timing. Archangel Michael says, the courtroom of heaven has reached a final verdict. You are not guilty, not emotionally, spiritually, mentally, or karmically. That burden has been lifted permanently. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. They told others only half the story. They never told them how much you sacrificed. They never told them how much you covered for them. And now, that half-truth has grown into a full-blown lie. The people who once distanced themselves from you are starting to feel the weight of that distortion. They will come to realize they were part of a silence that harmed you. You are not required to carry their shame anymore. That's not your lesson. Your journey is about release, not revenge. A message from someone you least expect will arrive before the next cycle of the moon. It will start small, but it holds emotional depth. That message will come with shaking hands and a nervous spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. A strange sign will appear in your environment, perhaps a name you haven't heard in years, a song that suddenly plays, or a place that resurfaces from the past. Don't dismiss it. That's your sign that something you forgot is returning for restoration. You will start dreaming again, not just in your sleep, but in your soul. The visions you once buried because of discouragement are rising again. You will feel hope in places where only numbness once lived. A woman from your past who once resented your light is now going through deep internal chaos. She doesn't understand why her peace is broken, but the spiritual realm does. Her soul knows she wronged you. Archangel Michael says, you were quiet, not weak. You were kind, not naive. And now, that distinction is about to be honored in front of those who once confused the two. Type Amen to get blessing 6868. Your story is about to be whispered in admiration, not criticism. The same mouths that tried to shame you will be forced to speak truth. Not by your doing, but by what's being revealed to them in their own experiences. A karmic cycle is ending. You've completed your part in the pain, and now joy has been scheduled. Divine justice has no loopholes. Someone who once used your name to elevate their own is being spiritually confronted. They used your pain as a stepping stone, but now that path is sinking beneath their feet. Truth doesn't let people rise forever when built on lies. What's ahead is not just restoration, it's a reintroduction. You are being presented to your future without the stain of yesterday's misunderstanding. Type Amen to get blessing 3535.